Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Pat Moss. Hi, Andrea. And hello, Brookie. Hey, guys. Thank you for being on here with me this morning. I can't stay on long. I just pulled up at my doctor's office and I have my appointment in about 20 minutes or so. But I can spend a little bit of time with you. Hey, Catherine Kovacs. I'm so sorry I missed everybody yesterday, but I had to come get my lab work drawn yesterday at this time. So it's one of those things that I have to take care of. Let's do some heart brain coherence. So, hand on the heart. And this is going to help me because this always lowers my blood pressure. So, after you've touched your heart center, just slow down the breathing. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in joy and breathe out joy. And breathe in peace. Peace in our heart. Peace in our homes. Peace in our world. That's the ultimate goal. So, yes, holding that energy inside, and I'm going to definitely hold it in my heart as I walk through that door to the doctor's office. Good morning, Hope. Thank you for being here. Kathy Hand, good morning to you. Well, hello, Deirdre. You're off to the surgeon's office again. Well, I'm off in just a few minutes to my doctor's office. My annual checkup. There's nothing wrong. I just am required to do this once a year, whether I like it or not, and I usually don't. Oh, thank you all for coming in. So, how's everybody doing? I missed checking in yesterday, and we missed sweet Auntie Jean's birthday yesterday. So, I hope that you all took a minute to reach out to her. Um, I did reach out to her and chatted with her for a bit. She's packing and getting ready to go see her sister in law and brother in law up in Boulder, Colorado, and hopefully meet up with our Dr. Ruth Anderson while she's there. So I hope she's able to do that. Oh, thank you, Deirdre, and to you as well, darling. Let's get you absolutely 100% with those eyes. Julie Kiss, good morning. Oh, Andrea, Queen of Peace. Oh, thank you, darling. Yes, I don't like it when I can't be on here with you on the morning. My day just feels incomplete if I can't see you. So I'm so glad that you are here. Oh, thank you, Hope. Yeah, um, I go to a practice, and so sometimes I get shifted around doctor to doctor, but I'm hoping that this is going to be a doctor that likes my game plan, which is to stay off of all medication and just treat things holistically. I do work with a holistic doctor, and he is so awesome because he also thinks like I do that if I can treat something with supplements and with the right herbs and um, meditation and heart brain coherence, then that's the way to go. At this point in my life, I really don't feel like starting in on any pharmaceutical medication because I haven't been on any in decades. So, just so happy that my body cooperates and the angels just help me to know what's the best thing to do for it. Kathy Hand. Oh, yes, sunshine. I had parked in the back of the building. I was going to do it out there, and the sun was right in my eyes. So I had to come over to the front of the building where there's a big, tall building that's blocking the sun. So thank God for tall buildings. I don't always say that because I know they block the view, but this one's blocking the sun so that I can be on the computer with you guys. So I'm really happy about that. Oh, the angels did give a message last night, and it was keep moving, keep moving. Sometimes we just don't have the motivation to keep going forward, do we? It's weird because we want to. It's like we know that once we stop moving, it's really hard to get started back again. I went to physical therapy last year for my knee after I had the shot in my knee. And the one thing that the physical therapist said to me that just made such total sense, and I understand it and I try to do it. He said, movement is life. If you're not moving parts of your body, if you're not moving your mind, if you're not at least putting that effort in to do that action step, then you get stagnant. And that's when problems start to arise. So, movement is life. And the more movement we can do, then the more alive we feel. That's why it's important to take your steps every day, no matter how few it is. Just make yourself, I try to make myself every hour at least stand. And I have the app on my watch that tells me, okay, Terry, it's time to stand up. And it actually nudges me. So it's time to stand. And it does that every hour. So I try to always be conscious of, am I standing enough? Am I walking? Even if I walk from one room to another room, or I get up and I walk around a room and go in a circle, I'm at least moving. And that's the important thing is keep on moving. Brookie, oh, thank you, Brookie. Keep doing what you're doing. You know you. And best of luck in finding that understanding. Sending love to that doctor you are meeting. Thank you. Yeah, I learned years ago, like almost 50 years ago, I learned to listen to my body instead of what the rhetoric was of, oh, you have to take this pill, you have to be on this medication, you have to do this. And I'm not telling anybody to do what I do. This was me. So I listened to my body. My body was screaming at me. It was like, why are you putting that stuff in me? I don't like it, and it's not doing me any good. So I actually fought with my doctor over it and said, I can't do this. This medication is killing me. And I went off it against his advice. That was almost 50 years ago. And he fired me. He said, you can't be your doctor if you're not going to do what I say. And I understand that. I do understand, but I had to also honor what my body was telling me. And I did it intuitively. I did it with checking in with the angels and checking in with a doctor. I found another doctor who was very understanding. So always listen to your body and just see what it's telling you. And you can do the muscle testing. You can muscle test any medication that a doctor tries to give you to see if it's the best one to go into your body. And that's what my holistic doctor does. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to find him. And Kathy says, I believe more and more health professionals are accepting holistic approach to many medical conditions, especially autoimmune disorders. I think so too, Kathy. And things like blood pressure and things that can be controlled. I every time I go and they take my blood pressure, it's a little elevated, but I have what's called white coat syndrome, where it does, for whatever reason, I don't feel anxious consciously, but my body, I guess, is aware, oh, you're getting ready to be poked and prodded and, you know, looked at. So there's a little bit of elevation there. And then I just tell them, I need to just sit for a moment. And I sit and do the heart brain coherence. And it comes right back down to normal. So try it. If you ever go to a doctor's office and yours is elevated, just do the heart brain coherence. And Julie says, yes, 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 movement and drink water. Water, absolutely. I was a little dehydrated last night, but I had fasted for the blood work, and I didn't drink enough during the daytime, so I could feel. And you can tell if you're dehydrated, if your fingers have that funky look where they're wilted. So my fingers were wilted, and so I knew I was a little dehydrated, and I tried to make myself drink more water. Yes, Brookie, here I am, almost 50 years after. Well, has it been 50 years? No, next year will be 50 years after my kidney transplant. Yeah. Blue Jean says, "That's great, Teri. My doctor, Tony, has his feet firmly planted in both worlds. I'm so truly blessed to have him." You know, you guys, we have options. And if you're not happy with your doctor, then find one you're happy with. And that's my philosophy. And that's what I always try to do. It's like, I don't agree with the way you're treating me. So I'm going to find a doctor that's going to work with me instead of against me. And I've got the sun now that's starting to beat in on me, and I do have to get inside quickly. So, Kuan Yin. Oh, this is too funny, you guys. This is too funny. Kuan Yin is, I think, sometimes a comedian. The card is Medicine of the Divine Mother. I can't make this stuff up. I shuffled the cards while I was talking, and this is the one that came out. Choose your divine medicine to feel grounded and peaceful. Your morning walk, daily prayer, or yoga class, your time to dance each evening or meditate, to do an oracle card reading, or sit quietly with a cup of tea and reflect upon what you are grateful for in that moment. Simple daily routines done with awareness allow you to feel my love for you. How funny is that? Kuan Yin. I'm going to start calling her the comedian because that's just that's just funny. All right, you guys, I do have to go through the door and get this checkup over with. I love you all so much. Let's just take a minute. I'd like to just take a minute of silence this morning, listening to the birds chirp. Oh, thank you. Hello, Brandy. Thank you for being here. Um, let's just go into our hearts for a moment. I've been listening to some of the stories coming out of the southeast where all the hurricane damage is, and so many of them are just heart wrenching. There was one, I want to lift this lady up, and I'm sure you all probably heard it, it's been all over the news. She lost her parents and her son. They thought they were safe. They had gotten to the roof, and then the whole building collapsed, and the parents and the son were lost, and she was the only survivor. And she describes that experience just so beautifully. She was in the water for 5 hours before they rescued her. And I apologize, I don't have her name off the tip of my tongue, but God knows who she is. So for her and all of those people that are going through such a horrible time, for anyone who's suffering, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Let's just take a moment to go into our hearts, connect in with your higher self, and let's just ask for blessings right now in our world, peace in our hearts, and healing to take place for anyone who might need it this morning. So I'm just going to stop talking. Hi, Marietta. Just going to stop talking and let's just sit in the stillness and let that speak to us more than words ever could. God, we lift up all our prayers. I personally ask for blessings for this beautiful family that just loves each other. Thank you. Thank you that we have each other. And thank you for guiding our life and for giving us the angels that are so beautiful. We love you. We honor you. And we are so beyond grateful for each moment, each breath that we take. Mm. Okay, I have to scoot through the door, so I'm unfortunately can't play Leo this morning because I've got to get inside. I love you all so much. Stay in your hearts, stay blessed, and I'll see you back here in the morning. I love you. Bye for now. Namaste, y'all.